What is going on, you guys? Today we're playing some Perfect Date. It's from my understanding, it's a furry dating simulator. Disclaimer: I am not a furry. I have friends who are furries, and I respect them, but I don't know. I don't know. Let's see how to play. You can progress the storyline by hitting either the space or enter buttons. Alternatively, you can click the story by left clicking there, right here. If you're feeling a little bit spicy, you could even progress the story by left-clicking this icon. Ooh, PG-13 might be needed here. Rest to restore your health. Running out of hearts may have consequences. Finishing 3 research events. Okay. Let's do this. Meow. Oh, that's cute. No. Oh, new game. I was like, where do we go? Where? Whoa. All right. So it's a dating simulator, and we have actual. Oh goodness, I'm afraid where this is going. Enter name. What should your name be? Let's see. ImKrazyK. By the way, I'm trying to rebrand as ImKrazyK. So if you're an artist and want to get your stuff out there, hit me up, yo. All right. I look like Professor Oak. Autosave notification. This game supports an autosave feature. Please don't turn off your game while saving. I'm an angel and I accept. Alright. Disco Kitty. Chapter 1. What do we got going here? Stats? I'm not sure how long we've been sailing, but it feels like forever. I'm not feeling too well now, so it's a huge relief to hear the deck lad shout, "Island approach! Make yourself ready!" Thanks, Joe. I'm finally here. When I applied last month, I was just another broke student living off baked beans, and didn't really think I had a chance of being accepted to be part of the prestigious Cat Island research team. Oh, I think I know where this is going. Oh boy. Yet, here it is. The little black dot in the distance, growing bigger by the second, is the infamous Cat Island, the place I will call home for the next few months. My heart momentarily skips a beat. What if there's been a mistake? What if they accepted someone else's application and accidentally sent the offer to me? I rummage about my bag until I find the papers. DPRI, DP Corporation. Oh, dear ImKrazyK, we are pleased to able to offer you the position of research assistant to Professor Popper at our research facility on Cat Island. Sorry. The position will be for an initial period of 8 weeks. Your contract will be sent separately. We look forward to working with you. Yours sincerely, Professor Popper, PhD, BSc, Hans, DPG. Nope, no mistake. That's my name. Right there in the bottom left-hand corner. ImKrazyK. And there's his name at the bottom. The genius behind the whole operation. Whew. Professor Popper seems genius, and my new boss. I look up from my papers to see dry land rapidly approaching for us. It seems to be surrounded by a huge barrier of impenetrable rocks. Man, I don't know why, but like the theme song for Jurassic Park is hitting my head right now, really hard. As we get closer, we're not shutting down. As we get closer, we're not slowing down, and I begin to worry that we're going to crash into them. Then at the very last moment, we take a sharp turn to the left, and suddenly we're sailing smoothly towards a jetty through an opening in the rocks. I blow out the breath that I've been holding in and break into a smile. Nicely done, Skipper. I didn't read that. Oh, I didn't read that either. Take all your belongings. We won't be back for days, so don't leave nothing you'll need. Thank you. I smile weakly at the ferryman and his son and pick up my bags ready to disembark. We glide seamlessly up to the wooden jetty, and the son leaps ashore to tie us off. He is greeted by a bulky man in uniform who I take to be a security officer of some kind. Joe, sir, caught you a mouse. And he laughs as loudly as though he's the funniest thing he's ever heard. It's very disconcerting. Okay. The security guard remains surly and turns his attention to me. Let's be having you then. He holds out his large hand, which I assume is an offer to help me off the boat, but I reach out to take it. He snatches it away, throwing me off balance so that I almost fall over to the side. I can't read, you guys. This is, I don't know. What a great start. ID card? Oh, I see. Of course. I reach in my back pocket and hand over the laminated card I was given on the mainland. Name, ImKrazyK. Date issued 1/1/17. That's not the date, but okay. Continue. Disco Cat. Thanks, Disco Cat. You're so kind. He barely looks at it before strutting off, grunting over his shoulder. This way. I follow him down a dirt track path and get my first proper view of the island. It's beautiful, lush, and green. I'm already under its spell. After no more than a couple of minutes of trekking, we're in base camp, which consists of an assortment of tents and huts. Among them are two more cell-looking structures, one larger and one smaller. I presume these are the labs. The whole camp is moderate but functional. It reminds me of an army outpost. I'm struck by the lack of people. In fact, there is no one apart from an older woman sitting outside, peeling a pile of potatoes. I smile and give her a little nod, but she just stares back at me. Mrs. Marigold. I try not to get too paranoid. Here. He stopped at the largest of the tents, indicating that I should go inside. I feel rude just walking in, so I should make my presence known first. Hello? A firm but friendly voice calls out. Come! Wow, what a messy room. I walk in, and there he is, hunched over some documents. The great Professor Purrfect. Sir, it's an honor to meet you. Yes, you must be ImKrazyK. Come on in, my dear. Glad to have you on board. Good journey? Well, long. Yes, indeed. We're rather tucked away here. Let me offer you some refreshment. Water, coffee, something stronger, perhaps whiskey? Let's see. I'd love a cup of tea if there's a pot on the go. Oh, I can tell you're new here. The tea here tastes like cat's piddle. You really don't want to drink it. He pours me a cup of coffee from his canteen instead. It's a good thing I like coffee. It will take you a little while to find your way around and discover how it all works. So for today, I thought I would just get you kitted out and maybe introduce you to some of the locals, the cats, that is. I believe you already met most of the human locals. I don't know if you can hear the clock in the background, and I'm really sorry if you can. No, you can't. Okay. Cool. Oh, I've only met the ferryman and security guard who brought me here. Yes, that's about it. And the lady outside? Oh, Mrs. Marigold. Her and her husband are the caretakers. Wonderful couple, the Marigolds. You'll meet them before too long. We're a titty little family here. Titty? Tidy. That's, awkward. I'm ImKrazyK, and I'm sure you'll fit in nicely. Thank you, sir. I hope so. Okay, so the first thing. This is your basic kit. He begins going through a pile of things on his desk, explaining each of them in turn. This is your backpack, and you can put everything in it. We will be going on plenty of field trips, so it'll be very useful, as will your own water bottle. Some disinfectant hand spray? These are some heavy-duty reinforced gloves which are essential when tagging cats out in the wild. Don't want any scratches from felines we don't know now, do we? I suppose not. I show them each into my new backpack as he gives them to me. Likewise, these goggles are to be brought along on all field trips. This lot here indicates to a small pile of what looks like laundry. Is basic uniform. Lab coats, masks, stethoscopes, etc. Portable first aid kit, camping knife with all tool attachments. Finally, and without doubt, most importantly, this. He holds up something that looks like a mobile phone, except it clearly isn't one. This is your catalog. Catalog? Yes. The name comes from the earliest version. It was initially designed to record and store data on all the cats, scan them, and log their details. But as you can see, we've come a long way since then. Is this like a Generation 1, like, Pokedex? Now you can use it to communicate with the rest of our team. I've added everyone's contact details for you. Listen to music, take photos. There's even a pin that comes with it to insert microchips into the back of the cat's necks. That way we can keep track of them. It's a very valuable piece of information, equipment, ImKrazyK, and I need you to protect it above all else. Do you understand? He's looking at me directly in the eye and clearly expects a response. Yes, sir, of course. I will look after it. Good. You'll get to know all the functions as you go along. For now, I suggest we take a stroll and see if we can find a few new friends to introduce you to, so that you can try it out. I mumble. I don't know what I'm doing. He hands me the gadget. I feel a bit nervous about taking charge of it, but also really keen to have a go. Thank you, Disco Cat. We head down to the beach, the professor explaining things as we go. The mixture of terrain on Cat Island is quite unique. Even in such a relatively small area, you'll find forests, mountains, jungles, beaches, woodland, all these different geological and ecological zones in one place. It really is most remarkable. Look at the sand here. The sand is the finest sand. You don't probably want to really touch it much or walk on it because, you know, it's Cat Island and cats love sand. Pooping. It certainly is. Even the lack of wildlife, I don't know, whatever, is quite remarkable. What do you mean, Professor? Well, put simply, there is a type of force field that surrounds the island, disallowing anything to enter. You mean literally anything? Absolutely. No birds, fish, or creatures of any kind can penetrate it. Forgive my lack of intelligence on the subject, but we're here? The professor lets out this loud laugh. Ah, I see what you mean. Well, there is, of course, one small break in the invisible veil, and that's where we built the jetty. But let's not get too bogged down in all this right now. What you do need to know. Oh my god, I'm tired of reading, guys. I'm tired of reading. Yeah. My life force, Dr. Pepper. Alright. He has picked up a nearby stick and draws a simple map in the sand. This, our end of the island, is very well known to us now. We've been researching here for many years. The other end is, well, not so familiar to us. We've encountered difficulties that have hindered our progress in the region. What in the world? What type of difficulties, Professor? Well, we're not sure as we'd like to be, but what I can tell you is that the environment has an adverse effect upon humans, inducing nausea at the very least. And the worst? Fainting, migraines, possible nerve damage. Gosh, that is serious. As I say, it's best to keep away, but let's not go into all that now, my dear. Why does he keep calling me like his dear? What the? You've had a long day. For now, let's just say that we refer to that far into the island as the danger zone with good reason. ... I must ask you not to put yourself at risk by venturing beyond this mountain range here. He refers to the map once more, drawing a line just past the center and an X through the end section. There are wild, aggressive cats out there. I wouldn't want you getting too close to them. Okay. Unlike our fellow lovely fellows closer to home. Man, sometimes I speak backwards, and I don't know why. He led me to a spot where a few cats are lounging about. What do you say we try out your catalog now, ImKrazyK? He stoops down and picks up one of the animals, a disgruntled-looking cat who was sleeping under the shade of a palm tree. Oh, it's a big cat. The cat just lets out a displeased meal but doesn't struggle. Its large body, billowing with long orange fur, just sort of hangs in the professor's arms in lazy resignation. Would you like to have a go at scanning this delightful old chap? I say, old mate, I would love to. The gadget immediately comes to artificial life, emitting the boop 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 sound of the red pulsating light. I select the app labeled CAT scan and it loads instantly. There's no delay on this thing. The professor holds the cat towards me with arms stretched. I'm sure he was scanning the chip. I'm sure, whatever. I blow to make a parting and press the catalog to his skin. It looks like a bit like scanning groceries in the supermarket where I used to work. That should do it. As he plops from Marmalade Tom back into the shade. Sure enough, upon withdrawal, I find the cat has been successfully scanned. Meow. Floofy butt. Name Floofy butt. 10 years old. You're an old kitty. Red tabby, Persian, color red. Amazing. Clever, isn't it? A large part of your job will be here to tag and scan the cats, such as Mr. Floofy butt here. I'm sure you'll have no problems at all in that area. Excellent work, ImKrazyK. Thank you, sir. I can't wait to get started. Well, why don't you get a little bit more practice with the catalog and scan the rest of them over here? These spend 5 minutes of time together. They're like a little family, aren't you? Oh, yes, you are. Professor seems to be a genuine cat lover like me. I think we're gonna get along great. Here goes. Okay, here goes. No hope this time. The professor steps back. The first cat I approach is very friendly with beautiful calico markings. It comes towards me, already purring. Oh, what a cutie. Trixie. Meow. 3 years, 8 months, calico American short hair, eye color green. Can I click on anything else? No? Okay. Next is an elegant, sleek, careless cat sitting gracefully in the sun. She doesn't pay much attention and allows me to scan her with minimal fuss. Ew. Snooty booty? Snooty booty. 11 years old. Sphinx. Blue. But her eye here is black. Wow. The fourth cat I approach is a noisy one. Meow, 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 meow. McMurphy, male, 6 years, brown, crossbreed. Eye color, green. And finally, the one I deliberately put off until last. He's been sulking around the edges of the activity, eyeing me suspiciously as though he could pounce any moment. I laugh at myself, already projecting personalities into these animals. And Kibbles, male, 3 years old, white Berschlunker, eye color green. Cool. I don't know why I did that kind of laugh. I think it was just because I wasn't expecting the cat to look like that. Alright. I have a feeling you got to know them quite well in time. That's probably enough for your first day, don't you think? It's quite a bit to take in. I am suddenly exhausted and grateful to be heading back to camp. Not a bad game so far. Not a bad game. I thought this was going to be like a furry dating sim, but so far it's nothing like that. Goofy goober me. It's quite late by the time I've unpacked and settled myself, but I want to write my journal entry before I sleep. I'm surprised at how chilly it is. I have pulled my sleeping bag right up to my chin, but I still feel goose pimples bloom over my arms. Shivering, I rub them to warm myself up. It makes me smile to think that this inherent reaction to the cold is what will be keeping my new feline friends warm tonight. My eyelids close, thinking of the cats and the island and the professor. The world around me drifts away as I float up into a dream. In endgame, I appear to be snoring. Whoa. I'm not sure how long I've been asleep, but I wake with a giant vault that leaves me sitting bolt upright. It's too dark to see anything, but I hear rustling, and then a strange electronic noise, one that, in my sleeping confusion, I can't place right away. What? The catalog. Acting on instinct, I scramble to my feet and follow the noise out of the tent. I look around me, my fears are confirmed. I catch sight of a pulsing red light getting fainter in the direction of the forest. I snap into action, running as fast as I can. Barefoot, dressed in my PJs, running at full speed in the forest in the dark of night. I must be crazy. I am crazy. The words of Professor Popper. I need you to protect it above all else. My legs are trembling beneath me. I stop, feeling my heartbeat heavy throughout my body. I wheeze in and out, my breath blowing and billowing in front of me in white puffs. I shouldn't feel like this. Why am I so dizzy? I try to get my bearings and realize I blundered perilously close to the danger zone. I can just make out the shapes of some large animals in front of me before my eyes, and I drop to my knees. Dot dot dot. I open my eyes. The calico cat skin yesterday is sitting in front of me. She drops the catalog at my feet. I pass out. Good night. Saving.